You're tuned in to the Kansas City Weather Report, your daily source for the latest local forecast right here in KC. Whether you're planning your commute, weekend barbecue, or just trying to figure out if you need that extra layer, Wes has you covered. So let's dive into today's forecast.
Welcome to the Kansas City Weather Report. I'm meteorologist Wes Peary. Today is Wednesday, November 12th, and here's what's up with the weather. All right, before we get into the weather, let's talk about what happened last night. And that was a show for the ages. I'm talking about the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights. If you didn't see it, you have the opportunity to see it again tonight. If you didn't see it, man, you missed a show. Go look on literally any one of my social media pages and you will see just pictures and videos, my inbox, my notifications, just completely overflowing with pictures. And I love it. I love to see that, and I love to hear people say, hey, we had no idea that this was going to happen. And then we went outside, and it's something that we're going to remember for the rest of our lives. That is so cool. That is up there with people telling me that they watched me during tornado coverage and they went in their basement because I saw what I was saying. That is so cool. What happened last night, again, was something that the chances of happening again are super duper low. Now, overall solar activity has been pretty active over the last couple of years, so I'm not going to say it can never happen again. But I mean, to see the aurora dancing overhead, essentially in Kansas City. I have a video of the aurora, of the greens and the pinks dancing around over the Kansas City Museum, which is in town, is incredible, to say the least. It is something that you do not expect to happen. That's something that you would see in the upper Midwest, but not in the middle of a city with bright lights. Just amazing. So what you need to do is, one, check my social media for updates, because we'll get a new forecast from the Space Weather Prediction Center today. But generally, 7 o'clock and afterward tonight, look to the north. You maybe have to use your long exposure setting on your camera to see the Aurora Borealis and take the picture. And if you can see some pinks and some greens, there you go. You're witnessing the Northern Lights again here in Kansas City. I think I spent 60 to 70% of my 10 o'clock weathercast last night just showing pictures. Crazy. All right, here, the weather. Let's do the weather now. Let's talk about the weather. This morning, temperatures out the door 35 to 40 degrees. Not too bad. Should be mostly sunny day. Temperatures at lunchtime close to 60. We're about 65 degrees for the high today. Should be great. Perfect weather. Tomorrow morning, temperatures start off near 45 degrees. We end up near about 70. We'll get rid of some morning clouds. In the afternoon, sunshine, a southerly wind pushes temperatures near 70 for a high. Friday and Saturday, it's 70 to 75 degrees. Again, a little on the breezy side. Morning lows close to 50. Friday, it's 50 in the morning. Saturday, it's 55 in the morning. Ends in the 70s again for Saturday. Sunday, it looks like a cold front will come through. It should be cooler, maybe 55 to 60 degrees for the afternoon high, but the morning, it still starts off close to 40 degrees. So really, Wednesday through Sunday, we're still going through a really warm period, more like mid-fall type of weather rather than late fall for November. It does get much cooler. A chance of rain for Monday. Still trying to resolve this issue with this storm system and a cold front. It's not coming together, which means just precipitation chances that would be lighter as opposed to thunderstorms. So rain possible for Monday, 50s for Monday, slight chance of rain for Tuesday, 50s again, and then it may only be in the 40s for high temperatures with rain, cold, cloudy, just really chilly conditions. Wednesday, really for the second half, all of next week. So that's another great period. Remember 2 weeks ago in which it was cloudy and rainy for six days in a row, 7 days in a row? Something like that may happen again for the second half of next week as we get into, that's the November 19th through the 23rd timeframe there for this period of really chilly, cloudy conditions. All right, recapping the forecast. 65 to 70 degrees for today, for tomorrow. Close to 75 for Friday and Saturday. Warm conditions overall, a little breezy. Sunday's dry, it's in the 50s. Monday, a chance of rain. and then more rain chances, cooler for the second half of next week. Thanks so much for joining me for this edition of the Kansas City Weather Report. You can find me on social media at West Weather. Have a good one.